Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here.
And I'm Abe.
I'm Jay.
And Josh too.
Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here. And today I'm going to be reviewing the newest Pixar film, Soul, from 2020.
I remember one time my dad took me to this jazz club. And I swear the next thing I know, it's like this guy floats off the stage. That guy was lost in the music. He was in it. And he took the rest of us with him.
Streaming this Christmas on Disney+.
Yes! Life is full of possibilities. You just need to know where to look. What do you want to be remembered for?
Soul. Rated PG. Streaming December 25th.
Soul stars Jamie Foxx, Tina Fey, Angela Bassett, and is directed by Pete Dockery? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So, here it is on the screen where I'm pointing. The plot of Soul is that it introduces Joe Gardner, voiced by Jamie Foxx, a middle school band teacher who gets the chance of a lifetime to play at the best jazz club in town. But one small misstep takes him from the streets of New York City to the great beyond. A fantastical place where new souls get their personalities, quirks, and interests before they go to Earth. Determined to return to his life, Joe teams up with a peculiar soul, 22, voiced by Tina Fey, who has never understood the appeal of the human experience. As Joel desperately tries to show 22 that what's great about living, he may just discover the answer to some of life's most important questions. The first major positive I have with this film is the animation. I mean, with me having been watching a lot of Pixar movies for reviews, because I've done quite a few of them, it just amazes me how far Pixar has come in terms of animation. You know, when you look back 25 years ago with Toy Story, and look at the animation then, and now look at their newest Soul, and look at their newest film, Soul, man, it's really impressive to see how far they've come in animation, like in that department. Also, another positive I have with this movie is the plot. I really do like this plot, actually, and the way it's executed. Like, I like the idea of Now, the plot, to be honest, is nothing new. Like, trying to explore, the afterlife and trying to explore most important questions and all that stuff, that's nothing new. That has been done before, but the way Soul did it and Pixar, like what Pixar was able to do with that concept is really good, and it's not much about trying to search for life's most important questions as it is like talking about passions and when does a passion become an obsession, and like sometimes the fact that sometimes the thing you feel like you've been working your whole life for may not be actually the thing for you, actually. And it's actually the thing that's dragging you down. And that's something I will admit I sometimes kind of like myself, like with my passion of being a film director. I'm like, is this really what I'm really wanting to do? Like, is this what I was meant to do, or is it just dragging me down? And knowing that too, it's not just about that as well. But anyway, so there's just a lot of great stuff that's brought up in this movie, and it's very inspirational to me for someone who is passionate about the arts, mostly with film. But the main character with Joe, it's mostly focused on him and music. That's also something that interests me with the plot, because as of lately, I've been trying to get into music composing and all that, and I've been doing a pretty good job so far. Another positive I have with the film is the voice acting. I mean, the voice actors are so good in this. I really liked Jamie Foxx in this role. I really did. I thought he did a great job. Got a lot of emotional stuff out of him too. Some funny stuff too. Here's the thing, I've only seen Jamie Foxx in one other movie, and that's The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he portrayed Electro. And I didn't really care for him much in that movie. Not not to say it was awful by any means, but this movie, I think, really showcases how good of an actor Jamie Foxx could be, actually. And the fact that I recently heard that Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro in the MCU, if he could give this kind of performance with Electro, I'm like... I also didn't mind Tina Fey in this movie. I thought there were actually quite a few funny moments with Tina Fey as Soul 22, and also some really emotional moments as well. Also, I really like the pacing of this movie. This movie clocks in at 1 hour and 44 minutes and did not feel like that. It did not feel like I was watching this movie for almost 2 hours. And again, not only did I like the animation, but I love the visual style of this movie. Whenever they did all the trippy stuff with him coming into the soul world and all that stuff, that's really cool. Also, because they do this little thing where it's like, you know, when you're so into something and that the rest of the world and everything like that just is kind of like, you know, it's like you kind of cancel it out. And that they call that kind of going into the zone. And the way they do that with the animation in this movie, it is just fantastic. Also, another positive I have in terms of the visual design goes, I love the designs they do with, especially, not necessarily the souls, but there were kind of these guardian, I don't remember what they call them, like where they are just like, almost like see-through, and the only thing you see of them are, you know, kind of white outlines and stuff like that, and they can create different shapes and everything. That was pretty awesome, I gotta admit. They look really cool. Also, I really love the music of this movie, like the instruments and stuff like that. I'm not normally a jazz person, but this is really good music here, and it just kind of reminds me of what I do when I get on the piano, and I just kind of create just whatever at the time I'm feeling for a certain scene for a movie, or just kind of bringing all my life's experience into the music for a scene in the movie. And I guess in a way what I kind of do with that, because they describe that in the movie as jazz, I guess that's what I kind of do in a sense. I mean, I have the essence of jazz in terms of like bringing, you know, what you're feeling in the moment to the music, and also what just your life experiences and stuff like that into the moment of the music. So I kind of have the same thing going in terms of the essence of jazz, but it's not jazz 100%. And in terms of positives, that's all I got. I do have some negatives, unfortunately, so let's just get right into them. There's quite a few characters that do pop in this movie that are just kind of forgettable. Like, for example, I had to remember, and I can't remember what are those, like, beans and that. Again, it's just so forgettable. And there's this one character that looks over the soul count and stuff like that when they go into the great beyond, when their time has come and everything like that. I don't remember that character's name or anything like that whatsoever. Also, too, there's other characters that pop in that try to help Joe and get back to his body and everything, so he could be on Earth living again. I don't remember. I mean, I remember them, I just don't remember their names. And that's a problem in my opinion. But honestly, for me, that's really it in terms of my negatives with Soul. So let's just get on to my rating. So with that said, I'm going to give Pixar's Soul a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Look, I really did love this movie. If maybe they had made some of these characters a bit more memorable, this would have been bumped up to maybe a 4.5 or a 5 out of 5 stars. But this is still a really impressive film. Like, to be honest, I had no idea what to expect out of it when coming into it on Disney Plus. It just blew me away. It really blew me away. I was massively impressed. Watching it on my brand new 4K TV, which yes, I did got a new 4K TV for Christmas. It's a 43-inch LG 4K TV, and I've been watching movies on it lately, and it made the film look so freaking good. Like, I so enjoyed watching this movie. I honestly would probably watch it again at some point. You know, like maybe watch it with friends or family. I know some of my family love Pixar movies, so we may actually start watching this one together. I highly recommend this film. But yeah, overall, this film was a massive surprise for me. So that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.